Protesters descend upon the White House in a sea of red, symbolic of the blood shed in Gaza, and the red line demonstrators say the U.S. must hold Israel accountable to for crossing.
I think the Biden administration needs to follow through on what it said it would do, which is no longer send offensive weapons to Gaza after Israel's invasion of Rafah. And so they have an obligation to do that.
This red banner behind me stretches all around the White House, more than 3 kilometers surrounding it. Protesters say this is symbolic of the red line that the United States has allowed Israel to cross over and over again, they say, as Israel continues to kill civilians in Gaza.
I'm here foremost as a mother who cares about children, so I cannot stand by watching children dying.
After being exposed to all this media about people just dying, did you hear that story about that woman she comes back to her tent because she's been displaced and her children are literally like grains of sand in her hand? That's terrible.
President Joe Biden wasn't home on Saturday. Remarks he made during a state visit in France focused on the freeing of 4 Israeli captives held by Hamas and made no mention of the hundreds of Palestinians killed in the Israeli military operation.
Joe Biden and his administration have told us is that Israeli lives matter more than Palestinian lives. That is absolutely not true.
Biden, you can't hide!
Polls show a growing majority of U.S. voters support a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. That feeling is particularly strong among young voters whose support Biden will need in the November presidential elections.
He is shooting himself in the foot by alienating young voters, alienating Muslim voters, alienating progressive Jewish voters, and just key demographics of people that he should know not to give up on.
Emotions ran high. And at least one skirmish broke out between protesters and police who used pepper spray against a person they tried to detain. But the demonstration was by large part peaceful and persistent. Heidi Zhou-Castro, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.